Hey, Clarkus the Narcus here. So this video is a two-part video, and I wanted to play you a song that I really like, and then while you're busy judging my performance and kind of mulling it over, I'm gonna recite to you a poem that I wrote and kind of talk to you about how that poem plays with this song. And I think you'll really enjoy it. And this really, it seems weird, but this concept is the entire foundation of my channel. Well, not the entire foundation, but a strong foundation of my channel, and definitely the driving factor behind my view on music. And we'll be able to look at that, and I'll discuss my poem afterwards so that you can understand some nuances of what I believe that aren't expressed in the poem, but we'll get there in a second. So this song is the First Noel, and many of you know it because it's a Christmas song and you've heard it every year, like in church or on the radio a bazillion times, but this is a different version that you haven't heard, and you certainly haven't heard it played like this. Okay, that's a jazzy Christmas song. I love the hymns and not the hymns, the chords in this one. I like. Let me see this part where it changes, and it says walking on the page. So it goes. Love the chords right there. This chord right here especially. That chord, D diminished 9 chord. To G is flatted 9 chord. It's a great chord. But anyway, so now I'm gonna recite the poem and let's hear it. Let's hear it. So here goes. It's called The Pianist's Mistake, written by yours truly, not yours truly, okay? And he started playing very young, but of him no songs will be sung. You see, he did not play as well as Chopin, Liszt, or Pachabell. His fingers often missed the key, and as I heard him, it irked me. Why can't you get it right, I howled, for such great music he had fouled. He chuckled with remorse inside. I saw that I had dinged his pride. The gleeful music stopped. My music is a sort of prayer, he stated with an awkward stare. I pray because it brings me peace. I play because it heals my soul. It brings me peace. It makes me whole. I may not practice it just right, but if you listen, you just might find within yourself a happy tune. It's worked for me, it should for you. He motioned then for me to sit, his youthful eyes with life alit. With such a voice you must sing well. I'll play, you'll sing, let's give him hell. I joined in his cacophony. The strangest feeling grew in me. The boy was right. My sorrows fled, as horrid sounds escaped my head. We must have musicked for an hour. He'd captured me by some odd power. I said goodbye and walked away. It was not he who erred that day. He knew the reason that he played, not for prestige or money made. He played and prayed day after day to take the sting of life away. So as you make mistakes in life, do not let it give your heart strife, but grin and mess up clear and loud. Just play, for mistakes are allowed. So, how do I say this? My philosophy around music is that there are, first off, to begin, I see inherent value in working hard to make sure that you don't make mistakes. I think that that is a necessary part of music in order to improve yourself and to push the boundaries of music and to perform great pieces and to be an awesome performer. That is certainly necessary. But I don't think that the only purpose of music is to perform or to become famous or to record and put stuff in a studio. I don't think that's the only purpose of music. I've definitely done my fair share of that in my day. I've played the organ at my church since I was 14, and I played the hymns every week, and I made lots of mistakes then. I accompanied a choir when I was in high school. I've accompanied people auditioning for collegiate level, entering the choirs at the collegiate level. I've sung professionally for the LDS Church. I've sung professionally for Lex de Azevedo, who wrote Saturday's Warrior and did all the music for Living Scriptures. When I was working for Living Scriptures at the time, it was kind of fun. What else have I done? I've sung in Carnegie Hall with choirs. I mean, like, I've done a lot of performing in my day, and I really enjoyed working out all the kinks, and it was a little easier for me with voice with the choir because there's more room for mistakes. I like the vocal aspect of it too. And you've seen me sing in some of my videos, and you'll notice that I make a lot of mistakes there too. But the point is that it's okay to be flawed. It's okay to have flaws in things that you want to accomplish. It's okay to mess up, just mess up, grin and mess up clear and loud, just play for mistakes are allowed. And it's okay to be public about those mistakes. It's okay to be public about those flaws. One of what a lot of people would call a flaw that I have is that I'm narcoleptic. So I can't even say it right. It's narcoleptic. Put the emphasis on the right syllable. But I've really enjoyed the compassion that I've been able to learn for other people through that flaw that I have. If you had met me about 8 years ago when I left high school, I wouldn't have believed that I was really a flawed human being. I believed that I was pretty well set in that regard. And it wasn't until I started to have health problems and struggles of my own, and those struggles were a little more public because I was on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And your mistakes become very public because everyone learns about them. There's gossip that goes around in the missions, and you're with a companion 24/7. And when I say 24/7, I mean you are not allowed to leave sight and sound unless they're in the bathroom or they're with another companion. Like, they can be in the other room, I suppose, but even then, you're supposed to be in the same room. I just had a companion on that mission that turned to me one day. We're just walking in the street. It was, in not a super great area. Not a super great safe area. It was a great area, but it wasn't a safe area. And he just said, "You need to be more sincere." And that was the major turning point in my life. It's when I started to recognize my flaws. It's when I started to recognize and be honest with myself and others that I need help and that everyone needs help. So this video is not perfect, and I'm posting it anyway. I've said mistakes a bazillion times. I've said a bazillion times. But I just want you to know that it's okay to be who you are. And I'm going to make another video, probably immediately after this, discussing what I've been reading in one of Brene Brown's books that's called The Gifts of Imperfection. And I want to talk about how my job has helped me to develop the attributes that she's talked about. So stay posted for another video, and we'll delve into that I'll be delving into it in about 5 minutes, but you can delve into it in an hour when I'm done making the video. All right, thanks a bunch. It's Clark the Narcus, and we'll be done. Here we go.